supporters who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. The crowd rises for the national anthem of Germany. Now that was impressive. It is a true heavyweight clash.
Well, I wouldn't just look at this being another friendly, Peter.
Is that your own experience?
Yeah, if the opposition played like they meant business, we were obliged to return the favour. I don't think there's much difference here.
So it's down to business here. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, Musiala is a player that's very easy on the eye. You can really see his qualities and genuine confidence on the ball. He's verging on cocky, arrogant at times, but that's what makes him such a great watch.
Tries a shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
France with the corner, they're first. Musiala tries to clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Koundé gets across to intercept that. Upamecano. And it's Kanté. Traoré goes looking wide. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
That looks a good ball. Shapes to shoot! Olise pinches it off him. Now, can they get him away? Dealt with nicely by the defence. Not a bad start to the game, a chance at either end already. First quarter of an hour gone. Now it's Mbappe. Olise finding himself in space. And the finish! That is decidedly lacking.
Well, let's just consider that one a rangefinder, Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling the goalkeeper.
Musiala, that's going wide left. He's found a way through. Tries to pass it through. Brilliantly cut out. He is through here. In it comes. Neither side yet able to find the net. Now it's Olise. Oh, perfectly measured that. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Musiala. Swung over. And Pavlovic over to the right flank. And it's Sané. Oh, that's fabulous. And the ball is out of play. Koundé tries to play it through. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Nmecha. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. Sané. Now it's Sané. Musiala. He's got plenty of space out wide here. And he's straight offside. Well, that is one way to stop him. Well, that looks a decent ball. Shot could be on. And this is Dembele. Oh, good-looking ball. Pavlovic did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
And it's Dembele. That's an imaginative pass. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Sané. Havertz. That's destined for the flank. It's a searching pass. It's a goal kick. Not the best distribution from the keeper. And here's Havertz. Played out to the left flank. Sané. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Kimmich. And the pass is intercepted. And it's Sané. Musiala aimed beyond the defence. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
That has been slung wide.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So very little to report. Nothing, indeed, in terms of goals scored.
Well, this will have given them a chance to look for any potential holes and weaknesses in the opposition. Something that will bear fruit once the teams come out again, I'm sure, Peter.
So at the halfway stage, we still have deadlock. The score 0-0. The second period is underway.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder...
Oh, he's been caught on it here! Dembele. It's a good run he's making out on the left. France couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Musiala. Oh, good sprint. And here's Sané. Kimmich gets into a good position. Nicely spread. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Plays a sharp little ball here. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Mbappe! A wonderful effort, all by himself.
Well, it came to nothing in the end, but it certainly got the crowd going.
And if you did take an extended half-time break, you'll be relieved to hear that you have missed nothing. Not where it came from. Olise. Decent chance! And he's really put himself on the line here. It's their second corner of the game. And he's gone looking for safety. Germany are looking to go forward now. Conte. Now it's Mbappe. He's had a shot! Corner number 3 coming up. And that's gone all the way through to the keeper. Germany have the chance to go the other way. And it's Sané.
Oh, great feat, that.
Upamecano. Upamecano making good progress. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And here's Mbappe. And he's going for goal! In he goes! Superb from Jackie! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! It is the pick-me-up they all longed for! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, Peter, I know from experience there are players who always seem to know where the ball's going to end up. This isn't about luck at all, despite what people say. Just keep an eye on his movement.
Germany can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile, the man pulling the strings.
The first breakthrough.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose and urgency, and they can get right back into this.
Real chance!
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Not the most accurate pass. Oh, it's Dembele.
That was lovely, that.
He's got away. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Hangs one in. And that has been cleared. Oh, such a clever touch. And here's Dembele. Now it's some shoots! And no mistake. And that should do it! Within sight of the finish line.
But pour l'équipe de France. Après 76 minutes de jeu par le numéro 10.
So a bit of a revolving door here. Lots and lots of changes.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though not quite able.
France are doing very nicely, thank you.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Pavlovic.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. And that's going to be a booking. I do think he's feeling the effects of that tackle.
Well, he had to bide his time a bit there, Peter. Needed more targets to aim at in the box.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Shifted it to the flank. He is just caressing the ball. So their fourth corner of the game. And now they can spring out of defence. Spread it left. Raul. He's shifting through the gears here. And he welcomes it in. And that's been won straight back. Digne, tidy with his distribution. It's a really well-measured ball. And again, they run up against stubborn defending.
Temps additionnel, 5 minutes.
And it's Digne. Can he get it through? Mbappe is in a really good position out wide. Gets his head on it! Doué is flagged offside. Five minutes to add. France clearly now in lead preservation mode. Saliba wins the duel this time. And he's chosen to go back. This is a promising build-up. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. France are walking off satisfied with their day's work. A result no less warranted, no less deserving of their efforts. A job done in a highly professional manner. Mbappe voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Your final thoughts, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
Well, that's it for... looks like this is a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Everybody standing for the national anthem of the Netherlands. Well, if that doesn't get the juices flowing, then nothing will. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, at least on the face of it, Peter, there's very little at stake in this.
But, Jim, but...
Well, it still gives ample opportunity for some fringe players to make their case. So I'm inclined towards something that's still high in intensity, in conviction, in tempo even. And that's not a bad thing.
So we're up and running. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's...
Takes a shot! He's done very well to get to that.
Mbappe actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
France with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And he'll shoot here! Loose ball now, and there's a... And the shot! He doesn't look too happy with that.
Well, he doesn't half hit a clean strike. The moment he was in that position, you knew he was going to smash it.
Malen. And it's Ake. Now Van Dijk. De Jong. That's a good ball out wide. No way through. Gravenberg. And here's Depay. It's a really well-measured ball. Aimed beyond the defence. De Roon makes the interception. Gakpo. It's been a pretty high-octane start, at least from one side's perspective.
Yeah, it's a good start, Peter, and they look hungry for goals, and they'll be aware of having to capitalise in such a good spell. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Cherki ploughing through the middle. Oh, wonderful effort, all by himself.
Well, I'm glad he took the opportunity to run with the ball when the chance came about. That's the kind of positive thinking they need right now.
Threads one in. Picked out brilliantly. Reinders. No goals as yet. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And now they can clear their lines. Cherki, and it's Tchouaméni. And here's Mbappe. Now it's Dembele. And he's well positioned here.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Olise. Can he get on the end of this? Marlon. Now it's Memphis Depay. And he's had it nicked away. Nicely weighted ball. De Jong. Spread it left. Now it's Marlon. Marlon proves just a little bit too strong. Now it's Olise. Olise supplying the width on this right-hand side. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Clearly is miffed.
Takes a shot! Oh, he's been caught on it here! Oh, sweet feet. Good take, and is he in? Marlon. Now Gakpo. Oh, good spread. And it's De Jong. Now it's Mbappe. A probing pass. Tetrauda clears it away. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. He shifted it to the flank. Knocks it into space. Oh, perfectly measured that. He has found the way through. Flings it across. Getting up there! No, just not quite.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close. You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Yeah, he's fouled him there. Marlon. He's found a way through. Koundé. Ake is offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Chance to deliver. Gakpo. Here's a chance! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. And the referee says that is that for the first half. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. Some first-half thoughts?
I think it's been a decent enough watch, despite the half stagnating a little, if I can put it that way, Peter. We want to see some of that craft we got to see earlier on in the game. Everyone's going to have to find a way to just up the standard again.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. So we're underway for the second half.
France have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Cherki. That's tidy. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Hernandez does really well to win the ball there. Now it's Reinders. Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick.
Was that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
Gakpo. Turns back here, probably the best option. Koundé running with the ball. Conte. Cherki. Now it's Mbappe. Marlon. And it's Dembele. Steaming on goalwards. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
France couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting...
Mbappe! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
Well, talking about creating a problem for yourself, OK, credit to good pressing, but that was entirely avoidable.
Still absolutely nothing to report here, goals-wise. Hertrauda. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. No, he refuses to take the bait. Marlon. In with the challenge. Pass is just off target. Hertrauda. De Jong. Now it's Memphis Depay. Plays a sharp little ball here. And he skips past his man. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. The Netherlands choosing to make the first change.
Yeah, it was pretty clear the manager's not been getting what he wants out of his players, so a substitution was going to come. I think it could have been sooner.
And here's Reinders. De Jong. Good ball, good take. Dembele. Dembele scooting forward. And he's being shifted off it. Gravenberch. De Jong. Conte. De Jong. Nicely spread. Reinders has the space to scheme. No, he's not getting past him there. Looking for the run. Oh, that's a key interception. And here's Reinders. Tries to play it through. Now it's Till. Aimed at the chance for a shot! And it's come back out to him. It's a goal! And late in the day, a telling moment.
Look, before we can even delve into the detail, the significance of taking the lead should be our initial reflection, and that's priceless.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
The Netherlands making further changes here, and in quick succession.
Changement en cours.
The Netherlands have penetrated for the first time.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable.
Gravenberch. Till. Over to the right flank. And it's Denzel Dumfries. De Jong. Great vision. Look at the space. Big chance! This time, surely. Well taken goal. 2 ahead, late in the day. Game over, surely. Complete awareness. He understood what was needed and he executed it smoothly.
That's shocking. The ease with which he was able to get into the space, and a player of his quality was highly unlikely to miss that.
So we have further activity on the bench here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Conte. He's having a shot! Another one of football's and how moments.
Well, at least they're showing some positive intent now, Peter. That's the sort of urgency that's required when you do go behind. Well, they can at least make a fight of it. Even if it's just a goal, the lift it would give would be huge no matter what the end result is.
Geertruida. De Jong. And it's Gravenberch. Conte. Cherki. Dembele powering forward here. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And that's a good ball. Gravenberch. Oh, this looks sharp. Now it's Memphis Depay. That has been slung wide. He's shifting through the gears here. Now it's Till. Oh, good effort!
De temps additionnel.
Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Pass somewhat off target. Defending of the desperate variety. Played out to the left flank. Kluivert. Elise. Mbappe. And the finish! And that's a good finish. Drama at the death. Is there time for one more twist? A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
And we're done. Well, that was intense, an enjoyable contest that either could easily have won, ultimately decided by just the odd goal. Your reflections then, Jim?
France just may have felt a little extra pressure in front of their own fans that caused a nervousness and tension.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.
Une petite pensée, mesdames et messieurs, pour le président d'un de nos clubs de supporters qui fait...
Who have joined us all here on a beautiful clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So, time for the anthems. Now that was impressive. It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
Well, it certainly doesn't feel like a friendly to me, Peter.
The atmosphere, absolutely that of a premium contest.
Yeah, and this crowd are demanding the most from their players, and it looks like they might get what they came for.
There's the whistle, and here we go. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, Erling Haaland is very much the player in all of football in so many ways. His development really owes to the fact that he made all the best choices. The clubs, the coaches, everything has been meticulously planned, and an awful lot of that would be attributed to his dad's experience.
Yeah, he'll be looking for a goal or two. Cherki. Spread out to the left. Ødegaard. Conte. Tries to play it through. Oh, that's fabulous. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Upamecano makes the interception. Saliba. And Koundé. Olise. So no chances falling either way for the time being. Pass somewhat off target.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And here's Haaland. That is good alertness. Now it's Olise. Cherki. Olise. Oh, that's neat. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
Well, caution is dominating proceedings. This isn't meeting expectations.
Dembele. He's being chased here by an unwelcome guest. And he's forced to go back.
Norway really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
Cherki. And it's Hernandez. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Dembele. Now it's Mbappe. Distributed tidily. Berger.
Look, they're prepared to be quite physical to contain any danger that might come their way.
Spread neatly. Olise. There's the crossfield ball. Ødegaard. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Haaland! Goal! Norway! And it's Norway who take the lead. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Norway are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Norway have fired themselves in front.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Oh, sweet feet. Big chance! And he's following up! Well taken goal. That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
Après 35 minutes de jeu, par le
He'll
numéro
take
10.
that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Looking to play him in. Shoots! Goal! France! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Really tidily gathered and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
There was a distinct lack of pressure there, Peter. It was a good finish, but it was made easy. That's poor defence.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
And he was quick to react.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
That's tidy. Quality ball. Upamecano did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. France have scored 2 quick goals here and are 2-1 up. What a comeback. Koundé going vertical.
Il y aura 2 minutes de temps
Playing
additionnel.
cross-field, changing the point of attack. And he cuts out the supply. Ryerson. That's the end of the first 45. France have done it in good style. Forced to come from behind, they find themselves in front at half-time, which is, for them, more or less ideal. And we are up to the break.
Oh, what a half, Peter. What a half. It really has had a bit of everything. Two sides going tooth and nail, trying to win this from the off. If only all games could serve this up.
France are up by the odd goal in 3, just about shading things at the break. And here is the first touch of the second half. Well, that is one way to stop him. Played in.
Was that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Incoming delivery. Mignon claims it, safe hands.
Norway clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
Cherki. It's a really well-measured ball.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Looking for options for movement. And the finish! And it's in! And this is getting better and better. A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Norway really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, everything is going to plan, Peter. A day for a regular managerial heartbeat, at least for one.
And he's picked out the run. And he's had it nicked away. More and more. Oh no, this does not look good. And here's Mbappe. And the shot! Played towards the front line. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And here's Mbappe. Not the most convincing of passes. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Now it's Mbappe. Space for him to turn and look. Berger gets it away. What a throw in. Norway can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Changement.
Forced to go back. Applies the finish! Lacking in accuracy.
Well, let's just consider that one a rangefinder, Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling the goalkeeper.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And here's Haaland.
Haaland really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Out of play for a throw. Pinches it off him. Now it's Mbappe. That is ended up in no man's land. Plays a sharp little ball here. Hernandez gets into a good position. Half an hour gone in the second half. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And here's Mbappe. Can he finish?
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Pressure stays on, it is a corner.
Changement en cours.
France with the corner, they're first. Keeper has taken decisive action. Norway are looking to go forward now. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defence. Chance! And that's a sharp finish. And what a climax we have here! There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Le numéro 9. Changement pour la France. Le numéro 7. Le numéro 24.
Ah, now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. Norway give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, who's under pressure now? It's going to require some inspired defending to stop this lot.
Le numéro 15.
Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. He's in plenty of space here. And he'll shoot here!
Il y aura 4 minutes de temps
Do it.
additionnel.
Now Mbappe. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Doué is wide and looking to get onto this. That's a decent clearance. It'll be a throw-in. And he's picked it up out wide. That is lovely. And it's Rabiot. He'll try from distance. It's a goal. He made it happen. Squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
And that is as far as it goes. France have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win. A great performance by any measure. Well, from behind, Jim, that is some win, isn't it?
This has been a very composed response when trailing. There was no sense of anxiety, just a belief to stick to the game plan and stick together. And it's been a very impressive turnaround.
Chers spectateurs,
That's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you
veuillez
all.
vous garer dans les parkings indiqués par le club ou dans les autres parkings du quartier.